New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left it on my celly, she ate like spaghetti. I'm hitting gas and Tretti. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me up Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been to New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, A-A-T-L-M-I-A-D-M-V, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California,
California, no place like California.
Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing. Tight, exhausted, high as a forklift.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have arguably the two best middle linebackers in the NFL on the field. It's Navarro Bowman going up against Luke Kuechly. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. It's hard to believe this place first opened 20 years ago in 1996. Bank of America Stadium, that's where we're at in Charlotte, North Carolina. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, they run with Stewart. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The tackle by Eric Armstead. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So they get the completion. That's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there, because sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the side.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. First carry for Carlos Hyde as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And Carlos Hyde's such a physical, tough runner. People are talking about him changing his style. I don't think he should change a thing, and I know he wants to add catching the ball to his arsenal as well.
One thing's for sure, he said in the offseason, he told us he's happy to be in a Chip Kelly offense, isn't it?
No doubt about it.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. Touchdown, 49ers. Benny Fowler, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Carolina getting set to take the field, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Quentin Dial, he'll be credited with the tackle.
Have they come up with a nickname for just Jonathan Stewart? Remember when it was double trouble when he's running with D'Angelo Williams in Carolina? But boy, what a year he had in 2015.
Yeah, it was just 11 yards shy of 1,000, so close, but kind of stepped out of that shadow, didn't he?
Certainly did, and gave the Panthers a real identity running the ball.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Newton turns and hands to Stewart. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll try the air now with Newton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now Stewart on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And Dixon over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Newton on 3rd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Shift together here from the D-line. Stewart is the lone setback. Now it's Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The 1st-round pick from a year ago, Eric Armstead. In there to drop him with his 1st sack of 2016. Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Flush to his right. And that'll be caught. Panthers touchdown. It's Benjamin with the ground. Kelvin Benjamin, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, They can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use his speed to get there in the run game.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Carolina getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Credit the tackle to Navarro Bowman.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Benjamin with it over the middle. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
In the red zone this time. Now a handoff. This is Stewart. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Artis Payne. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes, I think they're going to keep going to him until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this is DeJuan Harris. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back to the ground. This time it's Hyde. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good. When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Off the play fake to Hyde. Here's Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Kaepernick now on 1st down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And he puts it through. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the option going right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. It's the Wildcat with Stewart. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Andy Lee, picked up from Cleveland prior to the opener, on to punt it away. Bruce Ellington back deep for the Niners. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Time running out here on the play clock. Now Harris. And he's got room. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And some room to work. And the cutback. Carlos Hyde, see you later. Touchdown, 49ers. Carlos Hyde, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Another pistol look here. Now a play fake here on first down. And caught left side, Olsen. The 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. So they're going to go for 2. Cam looking to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They start the drive with Hyde. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They run again with Hyde on first. Room here to run. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, back in my old days, before college, I played a little bit of offense. I used to love to pitch the ball to my backs. How about that pitch right on that play?
Yeah, going right. People run to the right more than to the left, don't they, in real life and in video games?
That is true. A lot of offenses constructed to run to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Those big tackles, usually your power blockers.
Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player. Drafted as a pitcher, he kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
Yeah, he let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the #1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On second down, Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They go play action for Hyde. Now Kaepernick. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was looking for Quentin Patton that time. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Kaepernick. They're going for it on 4. And it's caught by Selleck. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during...
And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And quickly they get to the line. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So it'll be first down here after the run. They come out here in the I. They go play action here on first down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a general rule, when you take a deep shot downfield, it's usually a timing pattern. Quarterback in the pocket and looking to hit his receiver downfield. But when he has to move outside of it, timing often gets thrown off. And on that play, that caused the incompletion.
In motion right is Benjamin. Benjamin, the man in motion left. Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. In motion left is Funchess. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
The tight end, Olsen, in motion. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. In motion, the tight end. They'll run for it. It's Stewart. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It'll be a gain of 4. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they're going to speed things up here. Stewart. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They come out here in the I. Artis Payne. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Come on now.
Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Third and long, it's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
On the ball.
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. Caught left side by Funchess. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Kaepernick to hide on the draw. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Cap gives to the tailback Hyde. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8. And this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Kaepernick gives to Hyde. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Kaepernick to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time. And it's 4th down.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
20. Switch. Great. Wide. Get wide. 180.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Back to throw. And this one complete right side to Funchess. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on now. Watch out. Gun. Check. Set. 180. Check. 20. Kill.
He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way. Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Second down now after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And they'll get set here looking for the two-point conversion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Cam looking to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. To throw is Kaepernick. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run a play.
And if you do it as safe as possible. And I think maybe even quarterback sneak. Take care of the football and make sure that clock starts to run before they call the timeout.
We'll see what they do. They'll try and grind some clock. It's Stewart. And able to push his way forward. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing here, Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On third down, Jonathan Stewart. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go back to Stewart on first. Bulldozes past him. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They come up in an offset eye. Newton to throw. Rolling to his left. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So it is up and good, and what was a one-point game to the very end actually winds up an 8-point victory. So we had action to the very end of this.